Yo, it's your boy Barcode. I'm back with another video. Look, it's me with glasses. So I already recorded this Fix My Account video, and I screwed up because I had two microphones on, and there was an echo during the whole thing. Pissed me off. This is episode 5 of Fix My Account, but really this account doesn't need any fixing. You may know Ken Do or Ken A from Discord. He spent roughly around $170 in American currency, so a minnow, but he's got some amazing gear. He's done about 10,000 runs of Ash, and the main goal is to get a Witch 12 team comp that we can do on auto without a GANGELO. He's been trying to pull GANGELO forever. He has 2 legendary Ascension pots just waiting for GANGELO, but we're going to make him a team that you literally go to bed with. If you like this video, make sure to hit that sub button, hit the like button, hit that bell dingy dingy thing, so you know when I and this guy post a video. Let's get to it. So currently Ken A doesn't have any real problems. He farms Ash and Ash alone. He's done over like 10,000 runs. He's got some amazing gear, and I'm going to show that to you in a minute. But our main goal today is to get a Witch 12 auto run. He would like to do Gemini 12 too without GANGELO. And I think I have the team for him for that. But he's going to have to do that on his own because the team I chose for him, he needs to level up. So obviously with farming Ash, all you get is Avarice gear, Raider sets, and Dragon Scale. I think Ash is actually the perfect segue into doing Witch, because with Witch, you really need everyone to have a high speed, unless you go the slow comp. I'll show that to you in a little bit. But let's check out some of these pieces of gear that he's gotten. The substat rolls are crazy. Now, he only picks out the really good ones to level up, but let's check out some of these substats. Like this one, for example, this Avarice necklace, attack 50%. He's got a 5% crit rate, which, you know, you can get crit rate in the other pieces of gear, but 27% crit damage, which is huge. He's got a 3-roll attack, a 29% attack in this one. Look at this Raider piece of gear, 12 crit rate, 24% crit damage, and 17% attack, plus 8 precision, which is helpful too for a damage dealer. These pieces of gear are ridiculous. Let's check out something else. 16% crit rate, 14% attack, 16% crit damage. This tanky Raider set, health, defense, focus percentages, all rolled into those. It's just amazing. Another 18% crit rate, 18% attack. This piece of gear is ridiculous. Like low crit rate pieces with high attack and crit damage just screams Atlux. 20% attack, 23% crit damage, 21% crit, 25% crit damage, 9% attack with precision, and one of my favorites, a crit damage ring, which I can't even crit damage rings. It's like they're unbelievably like missing from my inventory. 5% crit, pretty low. 4 rolls into attack percent, 40%. Like, just some of these pieces of gear are just astronomically good. Like, I can't. This is what you do when you focus on one dungeon and you get the right substats in the gear. Mad props to Ken A, like getting this. It's like these rolls are just ridiculous, and it's very I'm jealous. Now that we looked at some of his gear, let's go ahead and look into Witch. Getting a team for Witch, right? Let's look at the top formations for Witch, okay? There's a common denominator, and it's GANGELO. There's like 3 teams on this top 10 list that are bugged out. It's not even real. Like that 3-man team of Nat, Zatlux, Hydressia, another team of Hydressia, Marion, Ricard, Connor, and the last one with Valeria, Santhus, Natalia, and Connor. Those aren't real, and those aren't current. I don't know if that was a hacker or if it's bugged, but those are not real. The real ones are the ones that have GANGELO, have Santhus. I don't even know if there's other teams that have done Witch without GANGELO. It's nearly impossible for how much damage she does. Obviously, the reason GANGELO is so good because he does 100% more damage for poison. So that's 6% of the enemy's HP every single tick. You put him on Curse set, his basic attack does poison. His ultimate, which is huge for Witch, applies a poison plus applies a no positive effect for 2 turns, which blocks the shield from the right elite. So you can literally go straight for the boss and it's a speed run. Even if the turn order got screwed up and the shield got onto the boss, his second skill can remove the positive effects, and it heals himself for the amount of poisons that's on the enemy. Now, Kene has a lot of good heroes in his hero box. I tried multiple different things to do some kind of a speed run. Mainly it was with Zitlin, but because of the boss mechanics, it's very hard to do that. You can't go like a nuke team like Zitlin, Mulehex, and then like 2 other nukers. Because once the right elite puts that shield up and the boss goes under 50%, you're going to die. And if you go a nuke team and you kill the right elite first, you're still going to die before the right elite even is dead. So you have to go a sustain comp. And you can't just kill the right elite. Because if you kill the right elite and go for the boss, once the boss gets under 50%, she will knock down the shields of all your team, and then the left elite will AoE right after and kill your whole team. So with this slow team, you have to kill the right elite first, the left elite, and then the boss. And even so, after you kill both elites and she drops below 50%, it's still very dangerous, but I found this run to be 100%. You have to have good gear, you have to have a 5th Ascension Santis, you have to have a Hawker that's at least 2nd Ascension. So let's go into the boss waves and the boss, and I'll talk about the mechanics of why Queen is ridiculously impossible to do as a speed run without GANGELO. As you see here, I have to re-record the re-recording because this barcode here forgot to turn off the audio, the video I was recording over. And this barcode over here had 2 microphones on. So now I'm here again. YouTube is so frustrating. To shorten this video, I'm starting at wave 2, and I wanted to start at the waves because I want to talk about the Queen mechanics, right? With the Queen mechanics, there's 2 phases of the ads, right? And the ads are actually extremely tanky. So typically in in waves, in dungeons that have waves, you want to bring the speed clearance, right? You want to bring a wave farmer. So that's Zatlux. Zatlux doesn't work here the best. Natalia is actually better, and it's a couple different reasons why. Zatlux, without an attack buff, even at like 4,300 health, 250% crit damage, he's not one-shotting one of these ads, which is ridiculous, okay? He needs an attack buff to do that. So you have to bring a support for him, either a brand or, whatever the case may be, a Mulehex, right? Okay, someone brings an attack buff, and then it will kill it. Mulehex works really well with Zatlux, by the way, with 2 waves in Witch. But the problem with that is then you get to the boss phase, and you only have 2 spots left. And the way the Witch works, it's way too hard, and you have to determine whether you want to kill the right elite first because of the shield, or go straight for the boss. If you go straight for the boss, you need a buff stripper or a no positive effect debuff, which only like 4 or 5 characters have in the game. So that's another issue. So Natalia is the best wave farmer for Witch because all you need is a guard set on her, and all she needs to do is have the guard set and be faster than the enemy and your whole team to make it a speed run. She will buff herself with attack, buff herself with the immune. That's 3 buffs. She attacks the whole wave, kills them all, right? That's why Natalia is the best wave farmer for Witch. Now, and that also gives up 3 spots to focus straight on the boss. So that's when typically every single comp in the game that beats Witch 12 is GANGELO, Santis, and most likely William for the counterattack. You could use really anybody in that 3rd spot because GANGELO and Santis is all you need. GANGELO is all you need because you got the no positive effect debuffs. It blocks a shield, goes straight for the boss. Even if the shield comes up, like I said, he can strip that shield, right? There's a lot of, I tried so many different things in this team comp to try to make Kene's account work without GANGELO, Zitlin, Mulehex, and 2 nukers, and it just wasn't enough damage. And if it was like getting it down to 50%, then she just one-shots the whole team. So you need support, you need a defense buff, you need a double cleanse, and a double cleanse is for the bleeds because her bleeds hit and tick for a ton. So that's why I bring Blackhorn as the healer for a totem cleansing every turn. I also bring Bran because every single round he gives an HP based shield to the whole team, mitigates more damage. His ultimate cleanses another debuff, which is either attack down or to bleed, but that's why it's so good to bring a double cleanse because the attack down from the left elite will sometimes get off first from Blackhorn's totem. So the bleed ticks are a lot, right? And that's the thing. So a lot of sustain from Blackhorn. The defense buff from Bran helps a ton, especially down at 50% Witch. So that's very important. So with this team, I've tried also going just right elite and then boss. Problem is that left elite will kill off my Santhus when the witch gets under 50%. So when she gets under 50%, she goes into the thunder phase, she gets the orbs, she hits like a ton, and she'll break off the death shield. I never remember what the name of that spell is, but the one that heals you if you get a death blow, right? So saves you one turn. So she would do that AoE, and then the left elite would AoE and kill the Santhus, and then the witch would be at like 30%, and Hockern's second skill is not going off that much in order to do damage, because Hockern's second skill is probably best damage dealing skill besides Santhus here, so it can hit for like 4 or 5%. So I'm bringing Brand and Blackhorn is irreplaceable. They're legendaries, but they're irreplaceable. Brand's counterattack every time someone attacks your team. Landing an attack down on the enemy is huge, especially the Witch. Definitely needed. Irreplaceable. So with Kenne's gear, he has amazing gear. And this Brand is like 220 speed and with like 80 or 100% focus or something like that. So it's pretty crazy. But yeah, irreplaceable. And then so you need Hockern for the defense buff traits for your whole team, the HP buff. So all you have is Santhus as a damage dealer, and that's why this run is so slow. It works. I've ran it like 4 or 5 times now, and it's worked. So I'm super happy to finally get this achievement for Kenne. But yeah, I mean, I feel like the whole mechanics of the Witch, like everything about it, the elites and everything, is based on going straight for the boss and bringing the debuffs and the buffs you need to kill the Witch. I feel like the defense of the Witch is way too high. I think the HP may be too high, or the defense too high, or maybe even both. Nukers in this game, in these high level dungeons, are, besides like Tulpa and Ash, am I like overlapping myself? Yeah. Whoa, 1, 2, 3 barcodes. That's pretty cool. Anyway, so poisons rule the game, and that's just how it is right now. And until they make some changes, that's how it's gonna be. And I feel like they should. Yeah, you have to invest your time into heroes, and it's all the same heroes. There's limited amount of heroes currently. There's a good amount, but and I think it's been like one every month, and bringing a new hero or something like that, and one every 3 weeks, which is nice. It's a lot better than a lot of other games, but she hits way too hard. She has way too much defense, so you got to bring a defense break. You gotta. It's so much to work towards. And if you don't have GANGELO Santhus, you have to run a team like this, and it's very time consuming, and it takes an hour and a half to do 10 runs or whatever the case may be. So we're finally to the boss phase, right? And this is where the nitty-gritty happens. And if you didn't kill the right elites, you would, or the left elite, you would die. Especially when he gets to 50%. So here comes more poisons onto the boss, and we're gonna get to 50% here in just a little bit. And the thing with Witch too is that the Witch does a bonus turn, and that can be really detrimental to your poisons at the Santhus, because if there's not a poison up, then she can't use her void encroachment, and she doesn't get an extra bonus poison on that initial attack. She's so fast that really I would think maybe even Divine is better, because sometimes the Witch gets 2 turns in a round. So if maybe Santhus would be better on Divine in Witch, which is a good option in my opinion. I just thought of this actually. Because if someone has more turns to you in a round, Divine would be better. I want to talk about this. So look how much damage the Witch does. She got her Thunder Orbs now, and she has 4 because Brand's the only one that's faster than Witch. So she'll get her main attack, and then she gets a bonus attack which knocks down Santhus completely. immediately. If she didn't have that shield, she'd be dead. Luckily, I had a heal over time and the totem up, and usually around this phase, it usually do. And we have Brand's HP shield to help Santhus and a defense buff now, so that's huge, which has attack down from Brand's counterattack, which is huge again. And then there was a poison left over, so she got Void Encroachment. Now we have pretty much 3 poisons up, and she will take a turn here, and it will do the damage that she needs to do. 4 poisons, and now we have 3 left right here as I show. 10% health, 9% health, and that's GG. So that is the run. It's long, but this is really the only team that I have found after trying for like 2 hours on his account to be able to do it without a Gangelo. And the having to have Gangelo to clear something or any legendary it's kind of sucks. So now the Gemini. He doesn't have the team to do it right now without Gangelo, but I'm going to show you the team that I'm going to tell him to try, and it's pretty much the same thing, but without Bran, I'm bringing Kayn. This team actually works somewhat, but I actually 5-starred his Kayn. He has no glyphs. He had like decent gear, but it could have been better. I didn't want to level up too much of his gear because he has a lot of work to do. At 6-star, I feel like this team can do Gemini. You turn off the skills from Santhus and Kayn. All you want Kayn to do is the strip buffs with curse set every single turn he's available. You go straight for the boss with Hackern and Blackhorn there. Kayn's passive, Santhus doing her thing. He won't ever get 10 stacks of Fury, and this is the team I hope that Kene can do to get his Gemini 12 on auto farm. You can manual these dungeons, but we're not manualing. Who would ever have the time to do that? Like, not to farm it. Yeah, to beat it, sure, but we don't make these team comps to be manual team comps. This is all about auto farm. So that's it for today's video. Me and a Barcode over here. We gotta take some more medicine. I'm starting to feel a little bit better. Doctor said I had the common cold. She actually said I had the common coronavirus cold. It just wasn't COVID-19. So they're calling the common cold actually the common coronavirus cold now. Okay. If you like this video, sub, like, ding ding bell. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.